Hey readers, welcome to Response to Reading. This week we are talking about theme. Now, you already talked about theme in mini lesson, but I want to talk about theme a little bit more. So let me just refresh your memory here on theme. So when we talked about the lotus seed, remember we've got this woman who moves from Vietnam and she takes with her a lotus seed to remember where she was, her homeland, the prince of Vietnam, and, really keeps it with her throughout her whole life. Well, when we're talking about theme, we're talking about like one word that the whole book is really about. And so when I think of the lotus seed, I came up with some things where the book is kind of, in one word, really about this thing. It's really about hope. Because she's, keeping hope that, one day that lotus seed will grow. It's about memory because she's remembering her homeland, her home country, and she's trying to remember that. It could also be about family because her family is so important to her, and that lotus seed is how she remembers them and how the other people in her family remember her. And then last, it could be about home because she's trying to remember her home the whole time with that lotus seed. So this is different than the message because the message is like what the author wants you to learn. But this is kind of just what the whole book is about. The theme is one word about what the whole book is about. So let me just go over this chart again. So the theme is 1 to 2 words, maybe 2 words, usually just one, like friendship or family. So it's kind of like an umbrella. So it covers the whole story. So the theme is going to be over the whole thing. So you won't necessarily see the theme come out at the end. It's kind of going to be there the whole time. And that's what I mean when it's a common thread through the story. So like the lotus seed, the theme was memory because she's using that lotus seed to remember, her family, her lifestyle, her homeland. So some examples of this are courage, bravery, patience, wisdom, family, memory, those things that I've said. Now this is different than the message because it's kind of expressed in a sentence. So a message is like a sentence, and it can kind of be related to your own life, and it's like what the author kind of wants you to learn. So our theme might be courage, but our message could be everyone is different. Or our theme might be bravery, and this is a great example. Our theme is bravery, but what the author wants us to learn is to face your fears. And then, again, the main idea is different as well. The main idea is like what the book is mostly about. And it's usually in a sentence, like kind of like a one-sentence summary. Like the main idea of Westlandia is, Wesley uses, his creativity to create a new society, right? But the theme of Westlandia wouldn't be that. The theme would be what the whole thing's really about. And we could say the theme of Westlandia could be creativity or differences because he's different than everyone else. And people come to appreciate that. So theme is one word where you kind of say what the whole book is about, and it's like a common thread through the story. So like friendship, family, and we've talked about like good versus evil being a theme. So when I think of Harry Potter, I think, good versus evil. Okay, we've got Harry Potter versus Voldemort in the books. Chronicles of Narnia, same thing. The theme would be good versus evil. So when I think of, let me use a different example, like the Dunderheads, okay? When we think of the Dunderheads, we are wanting to think what's one word that I kind of see coming up over and over again or that the whole book is about. And for me, I think the Dunderheads is about teamwork. So it's about teamwork because they have to work together to get the stuff back from Miss Breakbone, to get Junkyard's cat. So a theme could be teamwork. Now, there may not just be one theme. There could actually be multiple themes, kind of like we saw here with these books. The Lotus Seed we could say the theme was hope, memory, family, home. So there's more than one theme oftentimes, so you're not just locked in with one. If you can kind of defend that theme, and we can see that throughout the book, then you came up with a good theme that the author wanted you to notice. So the Dunderheads could be teamwork. It could also be friendship, because they're trying to be good friends to each other. And it could also be respect, because Miss Breakbone isn't respecting them. So even in the Dunderheads, I've come up with 3 themes, pretty quickly. So there may not just be one theme for a book. There can be a couple. And it's, again, going to be just like 1, maybe 2 words, maybe. And, really try and sum it up with 1 word. And if you can't, you might want to go back and look and say, okay, is that really the theme? Because the theme is really just going to be 1 word, maybe 2. So the theme is kind of what the like what the book is really about, like what it's really teaching you about. So hope, family, friendship, respect, and as we think of these, it's kind of it's not what we want to learn, but what we see in the story. All right. So you're going to be looking at theme this week in a book on Epic, and I will give you more information on that in the next part. So once you finish this video, go ahead and scroll down and get started on part